Hello everybody. Well, today is the 18th of October. It is Thursday. It is about 9:15 a.m. here in the Mid-Atlantic. It's a beautiful, crisp, cool autumn day, and I'm going to make this video because I am flying overseas later today. I got a couple flights actually. I got to fly out from my local airport around lunch, and then I'm going to fly out tonight from New York to overseas. So I'm going to make this video short. As you probably know, I got a lot still to do. Everything's always last minute when you travel. I want to make this video because I've seen a lot that's been going on the last probably few years about the nation, meaning America, has basically done its very best to throw God out of every single thing that they can. Especially with the previous administration. I'm not going to harp on Obama. I've harped on that enough. Everybody knows what he is, what he's about, what he stood for, you know, and Christianity was not one of them, and the love of Jesus Christ was definitely not one. And if you know anything about him and the minister he sat under while he was in office, Jeremiah Wright, who literally would curse during sermons, would take the Lord's name in vain during sermons, blame everything on white people, and of course Obama's sitting right there in the front row. So that's all you need to know about that. But what I'm trying to talk about is what we're seeing today with the symbolism and the occultic symbolism and the music videos and the movies that our children watch. You see now, usually when you thought about occultic symbols, devil symbols, pentagrams, 666, usually accustomed that to heavy metal, thrash metal, bands like Slayer. That's usually what you attested those type of symbols to. But nowadays you're seeing that in your pop music. You're seeing people like Jessica Simpson. I don't know a lot of them, I have to admit. I just know their faces from studies I've done. Justin Bieber. You know, ones like that, and they do the 666 symbol all the time. They do the hand over one eye, you know, for the eye of Horus. They do all of that, and it's occultic symbolism that's being bombarded into our children's minds. So then they go to school because they've seen, you know, Katy Perry and her band of devils, you know, doing the 666 symbol, which I'm not going to do. You all know what that is. If you don't, then you can look it up and you'll be surprised how many times you see stuff like that in videos. They go to school because they seen their, you know, somebody they like do that and they think it's cool, so then they're making occultic symbols. You know, I brought this up in a previous video a while back and I got absolutely slaughtered. I got mocked. I mean, you know, it doesn't bother me. I'm just saying that's how so far out of touch people are in this country with God. They literally think it's a joke. They think, you know, doing a 666 symbol or the Baphomet sign, or, you know, the Illuminati type signs that they make, they think it's funny. They think it's a joke. And then when I do a video on it, they want to lambaste me and bombard me with every type of profanity that you could ever imagine. But it's really sad because it's the truth, and they're just blinded. The devil has blinded them by the actual truth, and that's true. They've actually been blinded by the truth. But the thing is, God tells us no matter what deeds you do, no matter how evil you may be, no matter how sneaky you may be, no matter how underhanded you may be, God will always bring every one of your deeds to the light. He will. He'll bring it into the light. You know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your standing is in society, or how high or how low, or how rich or how poor. You know, your evilness is going to be eventually brought into the light. You may get away with it for a long time, but more often than not, you won't get away with it too long, because the Lord will let people know what you're really about. We've seen that with a lot of people, you know, after they've left office and or the public eye. We've seen what they're really about, because they've let, so to speak, let their hair down, you know, because it doesn't matter anymore. They can take off their fake mask and show people really what they're about. With Hillary Clinton, we've seen a lot of that now that she's not in campaign mode anymore. We've really seen what she's really about, what her policies are really about, how everything is everybody else's fault but hers, how everybody that got elected and is part of President Trump's campaign is a Russian, works for Russia, they're a spy for Russia, an agent for Russia, Russia. And here we are near 2 years later, and we still ain't got one iota of evidence. And you know what? They're never going to have an iota of evidence because there is no evidence. But you're seeing that these people, what they're really about. And to get back to the topic at hand with the children, they're getting bombarded with this demonic garbage. And that is exactly what it is. It is demonic garbage. And we need to put our foot down as Christians in our household and say enough. Enough, because when you let that stuff into your house, when you open your door and you let that garbage into your house, you're basically inviting the devil and demonic spirit into that household that you've dedicated to God. And you've got to be very careful. I've said this before, but you've got to be very careful what you let your children watch, what you let your children listen to, and not only that, what you watch as a Christian and what you listen to as a Christian. I've fallen guilty of that myself. You know, I'm a musician. I've said that before. I play in the church. I play multiple instruments, so I like music. It's a massive part of my life. But I found myself, you know, going down that nostalgia trip, going down that road, you know, find myself listening to old blues songs I used to like from the 60s or whatever, you know, era. And they're not glorifying God. If they're not glorifying God, then who are they glorifying? They're glorifying the world, and the world is at Satan's. You know, this is his domain. So you got to be careful. You got to be really careful. One other thing I want to say before I sign off is I got a few more subscribers. You know, to the ones that have subscribed, I thank you. I know that I don't have a lot. I've realized that. And it really isn't about that for me. It's about getting a message out. I just want the people that subscribed, I know they believe in Christ or they wouldn't. I want them to know that I appreciate every time you watch a video or pass it on. You know, I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I put up with a lot of abuse on this channel. I do not know why it seems like my videos attract the most hateful, godless, demonic people you'd ever want to see on your life. If you don't believe in Christ and you don't have an accepted Christ and you believe in the world and all that evilness that it offers, then why are you coming to somebody's channel and watching a video that talks about Jesus and accepting Christ? Seems like to me that would be the last place I would go to, because I sure don't want to go to somebody's channel and watch them talk about worshiping the devil or knowing how to do spells and all that witchcraft stuff. I stay away from that. Why would I go to that? So that perplexes me to the fact that I do seem to they just seem to come out of the woodwork. They're like termites. They just chop away at you. But you know what? I've got the Lord on my side. And nothing they say, nothing they do will ever make me, you know, turn my back on Christ. Nothing they can say will ever, you know, will ever affect me in that shape, form, or manner. It just isn't. So that being said, thank you to the new subscribers. If you want to pass my channel along, more power to you. I appreciate it. I really do. Like I said, I would appreciate any prayers for a safe trip. I've got a lot of flying to do over the next 24, 36 hours. And I appreciate every prayer that I can get. I really do. Thank each and every one of you. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Have a safe weekend. And I will make a video from Greece. I'm going to make a video from Greece. And I'm going to make a video from Santorini. So keep an eye out for those. They'll be coming up in the next week and a half. Beautiful, beautiful, especially Santorini is absolutely breathtaking. So keep an eye out for those videos. They will be coming. Thank you all. God bless and have a safe and wonderful rest of the day. Bye-bye.